Hi, I'm Beth Bershog. I am a grad of Cal U, and we are speaking today with Karen Rutledge of the Rutledge Family Foundation. And Karen and the Rutledge Family Foundation are so invested in Cal U. And Karen, as a grad and as a board member of the village, I want to thank you before we get started on this journey today, because what you guys have done here is amazing.
It's our pleasure.
Karen, you and your husband, Tom Rutledge, several years ago in 2018, it made news all over the place because you guys gave the biggest donation ever in the history of Cal U at $4.2 million, which was astonishing. Thank you so much. And you did it to start the Rutledge Institute for Childhood Education. But explain what the idea was. Why were you so vested in childhood education?
Well, Tom and I really started probably 15 years ago or so with a relationship with Cal U and giving scholarships to non-traditional students. And this is something that we knew. This is a place we came from, having a small child. And so anyway, we started our relationship with that and then moved on with other scholarships and internships for different subjects. And I just got to thinking that, education shouldn't start with a non-traditional student. Education should start from the very beginning, from the moment a child can make eye contact, they're learning. And there's so much wasted time for children who wake up one day and go to kindergarten and they are clearly not ready. And we saw this with our own grandchildren, what they have wonderful experiences with preschools and so ready for school. And actually, probably what's most important is they enjoy learning because of the way they were approached. And they were learning when they didn't even know they were learning, which is what the village does and what the Rutledge Institute for preschool does. They're in a nurturing environment. They, like I said, they're learning when they don't even realize it.
And how many grandkids do you have, Karen?
We have 6.
And their ages?
We have one that's going to be 19 on the 19th, and we're going to watch her this weekend play soccer in Chicago. She's in school in Chicago on the soccer team. She's our oldest, and then our one and only grandson is 16. Their younger sister is 12, and those are our son's children. Our daughter has 3 little girls, 9, 8, and 6.
Let's go back to your involvement.
Across the board.
Yeah, I'll say. Let's go back to your involvement in this region a little bit, because where you're speaking from, and by the way, your home office is lovely. It is fantastic. You're in Connecticut.
We are.
But you're originally from southwestern PA.
We are. We're from the South Hills, both of us. And
then your husband went to Cal U.
We went to Cal U to finish up. Like I said, he was a non-traditional student. We already had our daughter. And it was actually, it sounds dreadful, but it was a very wonderful experience to be out there as young parents. And I don't know, maybe it's the case you didn't know what you didn't have until you got it. And anyway, the experience was wonderful. It's a big reason why we are where we are today, because we took that step back and, Tom finished his degree and moved on from there.
And so clearly you have some great memories of Cal, or you wouldn't be investing the way that you guys invest.
We do. And it's not just even Cal, it's the whole region. We are from there. We still have family there. I really identify with people of the Mon Valley.
So we should tell everybody what the Rutledge Institute is. And it currently serves, when you guys donated the money, Did you have the exact vision the way it shaped up?
Well, I'm the best years are yet to come. It's not nearly where I wanted to go.
You started
But
with 20 students.
we started with 20 students, and this year we doubled the enrollment,
And
and
these are ages 3 to 5.
3 to 5.
And how about the curriculum? Were you involved in selecting that and how?
No, I know when to I know where my boundaries are. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a teacher. I have to step back again too and say our whole school, the whole thing would never have been there had it not been past President Jerry Jones and her husband Jeff, who, I mentioned this one night to them about what I think I would want to do next after the scholarships that we were given. And they picked up the ball immediately and contacted the village. And we went to visit the village, and I thought, wow, what a gold mine here! All these great people working with these children, and already doing just a wonderful job with the resources that they had. I knew right away that they had to be my partner. No, I can't pick curriculum. I know things because of through my grandchildren, what they learn, stream, STEM, whatever, and the whole process of learning has changed since I was a kid. And it's not just being, you go off to kindergarten someday and your alphabet, and that's about it. That's not doable today. They have to be ready. And
there's another part to the donation that you guys made, and it's part of the Rutledge Institute, and that is scholarships for students. Can you explain that part as well?
Yeah, every year, this is actually our 4th year, so we should have a graduating class soon. Every year, 10 students are selected with the help through CalU Educational Department, freshmen coming in wanting to study early childhood education. And they have a full scholarship for 4 years. And they're to, work with our students, our little ones. They'll have firsthand on experience. Not like, it's just so meaningful to actually work with the subject that you're in classes talking about. There's nothing like an internship, or there's nothing like the real world in mixing with the kids.
And Karen, when you give those scholarships, do you know who the students are
No,
that year? You don't? Okay.
No, that's totally up to CalU professors on their committee to select them. I have to say that they are above and beyond average students. We get the cream of the crop coming in, so in helping them, it's a whole trickle down thing. And in helping them, then they help the children. And the whole idea too of a preschool is trickle down. The kids are learning, their families are learning. I would want to really build a sense of community, which is why the village is so important to us. They're so hands-on with families there. So it's a whole trickle down thing.
And you keep expanding it. So you started with 20 students when school opened in 2018.
Yes.
Here we are a few years later, and you've doubled that to 40.
40, right.
Can you explain, do you have a vision beyond that?
Oh, yeah.
Please tell us, what is your vision beyond that?
I know, just looking around and seeing small little private schools that were started 100 years ago. And they're still, running strong. And of course, I'm not going to see that. Nobody from the village is going to see that 100 years from now. But I want it to be a place, the Mon Valley, California, PA, I want to see it be a place that people flock to and hope that their children get in. You know, we set the bar really high. The kids are the scholarship winners. Again, like I said, we got the cream of the crop. Now we need to invest all of their work into the children. I always tell Cherie, you know, we don't necessarily have to be the biggest yet, but we have to be the best.
I like the yet part though. We don't
Yet.
have to be the biggest.
Oh, so you know, we have so many plans in our head, and with the, you know, with the help from the village and the excitement that Cherie and Ashley and Clark bring to it, there's no reason why we can't make this something that everyone's going to flock to.
And you come and visit. I know that you've taken you see, that has to be wonderful for you.
It's so wonderful. It is. I get more than I give. I'll tell you that. It's a real joy to see it actually really be working. And again, I have to thank, you know, so many people there, beginning with Jerry and Jeff, and then on to the village and the teachers. You know, I don't, the teachers, we have the best teachers too. So.
It's kind of like the best of everything, Karen.
Yeah, it is. It's a, you know, it's a win-win. And when I think about the kids, you know, I've been in there and I've seen them. Sometimes they look like they really don't want to leave, you know, after the day. They're so involved. I told Cherie the last time I was there wasn't one child in there that was not fully involved in what was going on. And they're little, 3-year-olds. It's hard to hold their attention. But boy, these teachers, they know what they're doing, and they do it in a loving, caring way, a comfortable way for the kids.
You said it's a win-win, but it really is beyond that, because what you're creating is a legacy. So the teachers, the students that you're providing scholarships for, who go on to continue to teach and affect generations of, and the students that are there now, the 3 to 5-year-olds that are in Rutledge Institute now, and go on to have successful careers in school. And that just has a domino effect all the way through. So thank you so much for the vision and the donation to make that all happen. It's a fantastic legacy.
Well, thank you. And again, it's our pleasure. And it's so great to be able to find a way to give. I, you know, would really like to move the needle on this, making sure that kids know from an early age that you begin learning and you never stop learning. And just, you know, hope they enjoy doing it.